Good afternoon, family and friends. Elizabeth and I are here today to create a few short videos for you to help you guys through this time. We just want to make sure that our children are receiving access to sound all day and every day. And we understand a lot of this stuff is going to be simple review for you or common knowledge, but its main purpose is to help those who may have children at home with caregivers who are not as familiar with your children's equipment. So the first video we're doing right now is to discuss listening checks. This is something that an adult should do every morning prior to putting the devices on the children, because we want to continue to follow the motto, eyes open, ears on, meaning every day that your child is awake, they should be wearing their hearing devices. This just provides them with ample opportunities for brain and language development during this time off. So in order to ensure that, we want to make sure the equipment is working properly before we place the devices on the children. So we're going to talk about the Baha and the hearing aid right now, and then we'll turn it over to Elizabeth to talk about a listening check for the implants. So in your fitting kit, some of you may still have the Stethosset, which allows an adult to listen to the hearing aid. So you're going to put the clear end into your own ear, and you'll turn on the hearing aid and place the beige end over the opening of the ear mold. So essentially what we are listening for is that we're receiving a clear, amplified sound. You don't want to hear any type of distortion. You don't want to hear any type of excessive squealing or any type of static. And we're going to step into the troubleshooting video if you're noticing any of those items. So that's it for the hearing aid. Essentially, you can just say a few sounds, bop, 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 check, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. You should hear the same sound each morning when you're checking these devices. And for the Baha, you again are going to turn the device on. You should also have what's called a listening rod that came with the Baha. For that, you're going to snap it on just like you would snap it onto the headband. And for this, you're actually going to place it on your own mastoid, or the bone behind the ear. So I would place it on my ear, and then I also go ahead and I plug up the ear that I'm listening with. And if you really want to check, you could plug up both ears and talk through the device. Once again, you want to hear a clear, amplified sound, no excessive squealing, no distortion. All right, so if you're like some parents, I know the fitting kit came home with you, but you probably put it away and may have not seen it since that day. So if you do not have a listening tube at home, one quick solution would be a bendy straw or any form of straw. You can place the ear mold into one end of the straw, and do not put this in your own ear, but just place it close to your ear. And again, you're going to get the amplified sound. You're checking for distortion, but it just puts the sound close to your own ear so you can get a good read on it.
Good morning. I'm going to talk to you about doing a listening check with your child's cochlear implant speech processor. Now, if your child wears a Kanso, unfortunately, there's no way for you to listen to the microphone input on it. So you're going to have to go by how they respond to the Ling sound listening check, which Rachel and I will review in just a few minutes. However, if they have a Nucleus 7, you can listen to the microphone input. Please know that you are not hearing what your child is hearing, though. This is just a way for you to make sure that the microphone pickup isn't garbled, there's no static or distortion. So in your original kit that you got when your child had his initial activation, you should have a sleeve that says cochlear monitor earphone adapter with earphones. It's in there somewhere. So find it. And then what you can do, you will remove the battery from the processor. You will attach this part to the processor, and then you'll attach the battery to the bottom part. And then you will plug in your monitor earphones, just like that. And then you can hold the earphone up to your ear and Don't put this too close to your mouth because you'll hear a lot of distortion that way. Just hold it maybe 4 to 6 inches away and just ah, ee, ooh, bop, bop, bop. Just try a few different sounds and make sure that it just sounds clear. If you're hearing any buzzing or static, then we'll review what to do about that when we talk about troubleshooting.